Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So as promised in the last video, and I am a man of my word, I decided to put that electric eraser to the test, and so I'm here to show you just how useful it can be and the kind of effect that it can have on your drawings. And I also want to share with you some of the struggles that I faced while making this drawing. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, thanks for coming. My channel is typically geared towards sharing with you guys some of the tools that I use for my drawings and how I account for them in the drawing, because I think doing it this way sort of breaks down the barrier and makes drawing a little bit less confusing and mysterious. So it's kind of like I use this tool, and why do I use it? Because it gives me this effect. And I use this technique, and why do I use that? Because it gives me this effect, and so on and so forth. So with that said, let's get started with the video. So is it crazy that I orchestrated this whole drawing from scratch just to point out features that illustrate the use of one tool in a way that is informative, educational, and somewhat even inspiring to my audience? No, I don't think so. Could I have picked a drawing that was a little bit easier to draw, taking less time to complete, and still demonstrated the use of this electric eraser in the exact same way? Yeah, but why would I do that? It all goes back to why I started my channel in the first place. The purpose of my videos are to teach you, and anyone who has a desire to draw, how to become a better artist. And I can't do that if I don't constantly push myself to learn more things and then hopefully bring them to you. This drawing took me a total of about 5 days, and 3 of those days were just me failing over and over again on the exact same spot, trying to get it as close to the reference material as possible. I tried many techniques and many different methods to no avail, and at one point I actually just felt like quitting. I just wanted to pivot to something else, something easier. But I had to keep going because I knew it could be drawn. I just didn't know how at the time, but I did know that finding out was going to improve the quality of my work and therefore make me a better artist. I had to look at other hyperrealistic artwork, and I had to keep telling myself these drawings didn't just appear. They were carefully crafted by hours and hours of painstaking, delicate work. I had to remind myself of the patience that I required to complete some of my other works in the past, and then take it a step further. I also felt the pressure creeping in to deliver a product to you guys as quickly as I could. But I also knew that rushing this drawing wasn't going to be an option. And so after taking a break, I returned to the drawing with fresh eyes, and I had determined within myself that I was going to finish this drawing no matter how slowly I had to move. I decided that I was going to draw exactly what I saw. I noticed that the fabric was woven into these lines, and upon taking a closer look, there was a pattern, and this pattern was sort of formed by these tiny little dots just repeating over and over again. And so the lines weren't actually formed by lines per se, they were just these dots that were tightly packed together in a pattern. And so realizing this may seem trivial as I'm talking about it now, but at the time, looking at this pattern and trying to represent it just seemed like such an overwhelming task. And the only way that I saw to get over it was to just start and keep trying. But I promise you, I would not have started something this delicate if I didn't have the right tools. So enter this eraser. So I've told you guys in the past how important it is to have the right tools. I mean, this can make the difference between you becoming a better artist or just staying stagnant. As you can see, this eraser is why I went down this rabbit hole in the first place. But just imagine going hiking with flip-flops or going skiing with a t-shirt. There's literally no incentive to do any of these things because you're not prepared. And that's exactly how I want you guys to start looking at your artwork. So with that said, when you start a drawing as delicate as this, you're gonna make mistakes. I mean, that's just what you do. But having the right tools gives you the confidence that you can undo those mistakes without jeopardizing the entire drawing around it. And so it makes sense that I felt confident going into this drawing with this kind of eraser that could do the job at such a precise level and with ease. And at this point, I might as well get paid for talking about this eraser. So when you begin a drawing and you feel like you bit off more than you can chew, don't be quick to throw in the towel, because odds are completing that drawing will teach you a lot of lessons. And even if you complete it and it doesn't come out the exact way that you wanted it to, just the fact that you completed it does a lot for your psyche and for your progress going forward. If you get overwhelmed, just take a step back and return with fresh eyes a little bit later, because that usually leads to a change in perspective and a path forward. And if this video hasn't taught you anything, at the very least, you can see that upgrading your tools can definitely lead to upgrading your drawings. So don't be afraid to try out new tools. And so if you made it this far to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope the video was useful to you. I wish you the very best as you begin or continue your journey to becoming a better artist, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.